5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey guys, it's Brynn
and Kelsey.
And we're out of line. Back again.
Welcome back.
Welcome to our show.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Say it with me.
Out of line.
We have a pretty good one today too.
We do.
I'm know excited. You guys love when we talk about boys. So here we are.
I don't know why. Everybody just loves when we unpack all of our boy stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brynn and I have also had a lot of experiences together.
Yeah, this is true.
So,
ever since high school, we've always been ooh, let's do the best friends.
No, it's just so much easier, especially when you're younger. Oh my God.
That's not bad. Let's do the best friends. No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Let's clarify. Let's clarify. When the two boys are best friends and they're opposite aesthetics and we're opposite aesthetics and you just know which one is which. And then it's just
yeah,
it's so much more fun.
So true. But we have a couple notes app in our phones that are pretty funny that we would love to share because we think that it would be pretty relatable.
If you guys have been keeping up with us, you know we have a little something called the vault. We call our notes app the vault
because it's locked. Nobody can go in it except each other.
We've said this before. My notes app is dying with me.
It goes
Please
in my grave.
Put it in my grave, but
never again.
We have a little something called ick it or kick it. Okay.
And I'm sure you can kind of
if you can't guess already, that means an ick is bad, kicks are good. Okay. So today you guys are going to decide with us which one.
Good one, ick it or dig it.
Dig?
I dig it. I dig that. You've never heard of that?
No, I have. Yeah.
It makes more sense. I don't know. I kind of like it.
I dig it.
Yeah. I dig that.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
That's just so 70s. I dig it.
No, ick it or dig it. Ew or yeah.
Ick or dig.
Yeah, ick or dig.
It just doesn't rhyme.
Oh, I guess that's so true. Ick and kick.
It's close though.
Okay.
It's close.
We're going to start with our ick it list.
So our ick list, honestly, is my favorite thing in the whole world. Okay.
It's 500 pages long.
A lot of these icks are icks about ourselves, things if we did, we would feel icked out. But things that you do, if you watch another person do it, it's obviously going to be equally as traumatizing watching. So how do I word this? Actually, don't get offended.
Yes, please do, because this is about you. If you're a male watching, I don't care.
Don't take it to heart too much. We don't mean any harm.
Some of them we do. Some of them need to be
some of them you need to know is an ick. No, because we told somebody one of the icks and they were like, I do that all the time. Yeah, fix it.
Yeah,
don't do it anymore. This is us trying to help you. Anyways, so
we can just take turns reading our favorite ones.
I don't even know where this is on the list, but I know it's on there. When a guy sits crisscross applesauce with no shoes on the floor. I don't know why.
Oh my gosh.
It's literally so uncomfortable to just witness. Just keep your shoes on. Don't sit crisscross applesauce. I don't know. Pick one. But also a guy sitting crisscross applesauce in general. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now, but I can do it because I'm a bitch. So
you're literally doing it.
That's what made me think of it. It was
well, that's a good
guys
one.
doing that made no, absolutely not.
Okay. Mine is I just literally closed my eyes and picked one because they're all good. Peeing anywhere but a toilet.
Okay.
I get it if we're on a road trip.
No, still no.
Pull over. No,
Hold
I get that. No. I get that. But when we're out, I've had guys be oh, I need to go pee and then walk over to
guys
the corner.
have peed in our backyard.
Ew.
Fully I'll be right back. And I'm we have a toilet inside.
No,
you don't need to do that.
Please don't do that. I know you can just do that because you can, but just don't.
Maybe don't.
Not in front of me at least.
Maybe not.
I'm just not about it. It's kind of
But what guy is sitting there thinking oh, this is definitely not going to gross a girl out right now. Just don't.
One time, this is actually a funny story.
Oh God.
I was talking to a guy out front of his friend's house.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
Is
what's his
Eminem?
Eminem, yeah.
Okay. Code name is Eminem. So Eminem and I were sitting out front and we're just talking. This kid, it was kind of new to me, just trying to get to know him, whatever.
Yeah.
Then he goes, hold on.
We love him.
I'll be right back. stands up, walks only like 2 feet away from me and just pisses off the tree. Literally just turns around and is peeing and I'm sitting there like this.
Like, what are you thinking?
Please my jaw was on the floor. I was like, no way, this is actually happening right now. And then he just like
walked back
and came and like sat down and kept talking.
Shook it off.
And I was like, ew, like, oh my gosh. So anyways, that's
never again.
That's my story that relates to that.
No, that's so gross. But like we do like Eminem, but that was a bad move from Eminem. So anyways, some of these are so humbling, honestly.
Oh.
We also have names on this, but we're never gonna ever.
If your name is on our list, you've betrayed me, I think.
There's so many. Sorry, guys. I just need to find a really good one. Oh, here's a good example. This one's kind of little, but like when you're with a guy and they put their arm around your neck like this, and you're just standing there being like
they
suffocated.
think it's so funny.
And like, just, I don't know, like we always talk about put your arm around my waist or something, or like rest it on my shoulder. But so many guys go like, and you're like, what the fuck?
And then you're like, literally get off. And then you get mad. And then they're like, why are you so mad?
Oh, every man ever. Every man ever.
Not a good move on your
Why are you mad? Read the room.
Why are you mad?
Read the room.
Literally hate that.
But then every guy always complains about girls being like, they never tell us how they really feel because I'm wearing it on my face, dude. If I'm looking at you and I look pissed and you're like, are you mad? And I'm like, no. And you're like, okay. Then obviously I'm going to be pissed. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. Mine is, okay, I feel like repetitive cussing is very unattractive.
100%.
Like, it's okay to like throw a little like here and there.
little here, little shit there.
If you're like, oh my gosh, like every sentence.
Every sentence. There's so many guys that just spit it out.
I'll be listening. I'm like, ugh, like literally stop talking. Like actually like, stop talking.
Just.
It's okay. I get it. You don't need to say it over and over and over again. You know?
Absolutely. I feel like we need to go to the bottom. There's funny ones at the bottom. Eating food with your hands. That should be self-explanatory. Putting your arms up on a roller coaster.
Eating food with your hands.
Like, no. Just, you're a grown-ass man. Put your arms down and just enjoy the fucking ride. Yeah. Like, just, it's so embarrassing. I was dating somebody and they did that. I would fully break up with them on the roller coaster.
I would like karate chopping their armpit. And they'd be like this, and I'm like, watch out, get it down.
Or I just jump off the roller coaster. Like dive head first.
My turn. Oh my gosh, some of these are mean.
Mm-hmm. Some of them are mean. They're not supposed to be though. They're just supposed to be funny, you guys.
Any man waiting in line for a water slide.
Ugh. Oh.
Like, you know, when like your swimsuit's wet, so it's like dripping water, and you're like, I didn't think
about that yet. When they're just like dripping down,
and especially if they're not with anyone and they're just standing
and they're just by themselves, like.
And you know when it's like your turn to go, and you're like holding onto the slide, and you're waiting for the lifeguard to tell you to go, and then they like fucking like catapult like into the catapult. Like they like pull themselves so fast into the water slide.
Yeah, let's just not.
And then they go like this.
And then they go,
okay, one more.
Maybe this is just us because we live in Arizona and everything is like, yeah.
That's so funny.
This one is calling somebody out. I really doubt he's watching our podcast. But if you are, having no comforter on your bed and only a Star Wars blanket.
Period. No explanation, honestly.
Just a
Star Wars blanket, no comforter.
No comforter.
What were the pillows?
Red bed sheets, Star Wars as well. Matching the, yeah.
Okay. Got it.
It's so embarrassing. I remember just, you know that TikTok sound that's like, it was at this moment I knew I fucked up. That was literally me. I stood there like.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Humbled in that moment. That's for sure.
So humbled.
Should we do our kick it now?
Oh, yeah. So now our kick it list is very short. A lot shorter than our
It's harder to impress us than it is to ick us out. It's very easy to ick us out.
I feel like that's any girl.
Yeah, literally it's one screen and the other one's like a scroller.
It's like five. It's a scroller. It's like 5 screens.
Okay.
We'll do 2 of our favorites. You do 2 and then I'll do 2.
Okay. Making direct eye contact and saying your name.
Ugh.
That's such a green flag.
That's so good.
I think I turned my phone off.
I think I would really be like.
But like making eye contact in general, because it's hard for me to make eye contact. So when I look over and you're just like staring, it's like,
yeah. No, I'd literally gulp. I'd be like,
gulp.
oh.
Like Peyton King, how he makes those TikToks and he's like, gulp.
Yeah.
That's you.
I mean, this is such like oh my gosh, there's good ones on here. Okay. This is such a basic one, but like, it's just too good not to say. When you're in a car with them and they're reversing, they go like,
oh, when they put their seat on the when they put their arm on the passenger seat and look back.
And you're just sitting there like a little bean and you're like, you're like, do that again.
You're like, suddenly we need to back up again, actually.
Suddenly we need to just drive the whole way in reverse. To our destination in reverse, like this.
Like when you were playing Mario Kart and you went backwards. Oh, chewing gum. Chewing gum in general. That was a simple one.
Good breath and it looks hot. It does.
Yeah, when their jaw is like, when they're chewing. God, it's so easy for guys. Please.
Yeah, you honestly just have to like not be gross.
Oh, this was okay. That was really cute. When a guy is like, when you're walking on the side of the sidewalk closest to the street and they like push you to the other side of the sidewalk and like switch with you.
Yeah. Wait, tell
like,
your story about that because I have a story about that too.
So I went on a date with like one of my guy friends. Like we had been friends for so long. Like the date really wasn't anything serious. It was just like out of the blue. No, he wasn't special enough to have a code name.
Okay, never mind. Continue.
We'll call him quarterback.
Okay.
Because he was a quarterback. But anyways, so he took me out to dinner and it was actually really fun. It was really easy. But like as we're walking to the restaurant, I was like walking on that side of the sidewalk and he like pushed me over to like the other side and like put his arm around my waist. And I was like, I just in that moment realized like nobody's ever done that for me before. That was really cute. And then like when we got to dinner, he pulled the chair out for me too and like opened the car door when I got in and out. Like it was actually really cute. But he moved states the next day. So we haven't really talked since.
L.
Unfortunately. But it was really fun. I'd do it again.
Well, I had that happen to me too. But okay, so call me crazy because I am. I met this kid on TikTok, flew to San Diego. He picked me up.
I forgot you met him on TikTok.
Yeah, never met him before. And we just like texted and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I don't care. Like, I'm literally flying to come meet you. And I love San Diego anyways. So then went to San Diego, hung out with him. We like went and got ice cream, like walked around. But one of like the cutest moments was when he like, we were walking on the street. Like we were literally like on mission, like walking around getting ice cream.
Oh,
and
mission.
he like walks around me and he's like, my dad taught me better than that. Like, she's like, what? Like,
or like having a good relationship with your parents, but like your mom, when they like talk highly of their mom.
That happened to me and I was like, damn, my ex never even did that to me.
Yeah, right? That's what I thought too. In that moment, I was like,
wow.
Literally nobody in my past has ever done that for me.
For real.
I used to have to beg my ex to open the car door for me. Yeah, my like original
That should have been like the
like
red
every
flag
time he'd go and I'd be like, I almost said his name. I'd be like, dude. And then he'd be like, oh, shit, my bad. And he'd come over and do it every single time.
His code name should be Flat Stanley.
Okay. I agree with that. Flat Stanley did some damage, but we don't need to talk about
Flat
that.
Stanley, and he knows it.
And Flat Stanley, no, never mind, is a fan.
I told Kelsey 1,000 times about this Flat Stanley kid. I was like, ew, I literally don't like him. First of all.
You also haven't liked any of my exes, so.
Well, you don't like them either, so it's okay.
Well, now. In the moment I did.
But I knew.
Or I wouldn't have wasted my time.
I knew, though. I knew.
Yeah, no, I knew too.
Your best friend always low-key
He was like.
Unless she's a little bit sus about it. If your best friend doesn't have your best interests about the guy you're dating or talking to.
If the guy's really like genuinely good for you and they're talking down, like there's a difference.
Yeah.
But I feel like personally, this kid was like my best friend at the time. Like I just like, and like I held him to such a high standard. So when he finally wanted to date me, like it was all I wanted. And then he couldn't figure out how to be loyal. And so obviously Brynn was like, if he's not being loyal to you, then what are you doing? And I was like, no, but like he's really sorry.
Yeah. No, she'd literally like call me and be crying to me.
Yeah.
Like, Flat Stanley just did this.
Flat Stanley.
And she'd be crying and I'm like, Kelsey, literally, I swear to above, I don't say God's name in vain. If you don't drop him, I will literally drop him for you with my elbow myself because I literally can't stand it.
No, I know.
And then a week later, he'd be in her house and I'd be like this in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She'd be so mad.
I'd be like this.
And then he'd be like, what's your problem? And you'd be like, I don't like you. And he'd be like, why not?
He literally asked me, he's like, why don't you like me? I'm like, I just don't.
Yeah.
And then he's like, damn, okay. Like, not like I didn't do anything wrong, even though he was literally a cheater.
Yeah. And what's so weird about that is the fact that before I met him, he was a pretty like sane individual. And we dated and obviously like whatever. Like he's the one, I'm not saying I'm perfect. Low-key am. But like he's the one who cheated on me a bunch of times. He's the one who like whatever. And then I broke up with him. And then he went on a downward spiral and I went up. Like, how does that work? Like, he's the one who treated me like shit. I treated him amazing. He even could say so. And like, he's the one who went down this like terrible path after that. Like, I remember hearing so many bad things about him and what he was doing. And I was like, why? Like, you were doing so good. Like, what?
It's called karma.
It's so weird.
Because karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a girl.
So odd.
Karma is the face in my head on the
Weekend.
It's literally true.
I don't know. It's just sad. Like,
I know.
Because it was definitely hard watching that because it's like you feel bad, but also like you did that to yourself.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, it's not your fault.
Then his sister would text me like, help him. No.
Which that's actually a good point because I feel like a lot of the times girls will feel guilty for what their ex does after they break up. When, babe, that is not your fault.
It's not your responsibility anymore. Yeah.
It's not your responsibility. You're not a babysitter. You're not a mom. It's like, it's not your problem. Yep. And what they do after, even though they're like, wait, she broke my heart. She did this to me. She did that to me. So now I'm going to go like do all
Fuck
this.
every girl in town.
Yeah.
No.
Like, okay, that has literally nothing to do with me at all.
Yeah.
Not saying I never experienced that, luckily, but I feel like you kind of did. And like, I feel like a lot of girls do, which you just have to know that is not your fault at all.
Agreed. And I feel like it's kind of hard because my last 2 relationships, and I put quotes around it because
very lightly,
neither of them were longer than
couple months.
So let's, but either way, I like only dated like both these guys were like really popular in their friend groups. They were very like, I don't know. And so that's what makes it harder when you break up because you just like watch like everybody like, I don't know, praising them over and over again and you're kind of left in the dust. But I'm so glad. Like for the longest time I sat there being like sad I wasn't their friends anymore and sad I couldn't be around. And then I look back at it now and I'm like, I needed to get away from that. And I'm so glad that I did because what the fuck was I doing?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I agree.
I was just really close with Flat Stanley and all of his friends. Yeah. Like they truly were like my closest friends, like sophomore, junior year. So it's so sad, but I mean, also had to leave that. Probably smart.
Yeah, that was like me. I was actually talking about this last night. Like my ex and I, like, we never really hung out with other people. Like, I know that your ex like had his friend group, but like it was literally just like me and him every day. Like went to the same school. Like did long distance for so long. Like he was literally my best friend. Yeah. And like honestly, I wish him like the best. Like I don't really have anything bad to say about him, like at all. I
have a lot of bad things to say about him.
Stop. I really don't. But it's like weird to be like so close with someone, like best friend and romantically and like involved in each other's family lives.
They just surround your life.
Yeah. And so then like when you like break up and you don't have that anymore, and then very randomly like I'll come across like a picture or like something that will remind me of him. And I just feel the weirdest feeling ever. Like not really sad, but just like it's kind of a nostalgic feeling. Like I don't even like really know him anymore, you know? Yeah. And that's really weird. And I think that some people cope with it very bless. That hurt so bad. Bless you.
Oh, that hit my throat.
Bless you.
Bless you.
But I think that some people cope with it differently. Like I know some girls will look back at photos and get like really sad or very angry over what they see. And you kind of have to look at it in a different perspective. Like that person came into your life. They taught you what you were meant to be taught. And not every person you're going to meet is going to stick around. And I've kind of really come to terms with that. And I think it's made the whole healing process of like a huge breakup way easier for me because like, I feel like I did my purpose in his life. And like, I hope that I made him better for the next girl that he dates or marries or whatever happens. And swear honestly, like if I saw he had a girlfriend and if I saw like, I would be so happy, like so happy for him and for that girl, because I just feel like he's like matured so much as a person, because I knew him since I was 15 to 19. That's like 4 years.
Yeah.
And you really grow through those 4 years. It's like if you ever had a high school relationship or if you're currently in one and you feel like it's not really working, you guys have literally changed mindsets,
everything,
appearances.
Yeah.
Like you've changed 200% more than you did when you were like 14.
Yeah.
And so it took me a long time to realize like, you know what? It's okay to let go of this person. And I trust in what I believe is like whatever happens will happen for a reason. And so I've always been a big believer by that. And like I really just went with my gut when I had this feeling in my head like maybe I should step back and like figure out life for myself, because I didn't know what life was like without a boyfriend, like since I was in high school. And like I feel like these past 2 years that I've been like single and like just like hanging out with friends and meeting new people, like I feel like I've grown so much. So if you're in that rut of like, I don't know what to do, like it's literally like eating you alive, trust me, I had that same feeling. I would like have breakdowns for a week. Like, I don't know what to do. Like this sucks. And then once you just
feel
like,
that way, you just don't want to.
Yeah. You know, at the back of your mind, you want to.
Yeah.
So just do it. That's my advice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I just talked a lot, but like, I really needed to just like say that.
Yeah, no, I can relate to that. I feel like for me, it was almost like, you know, you're being treated badly, but yet you have hope for a person and you like hope that one day they will be what you want them to be. It's such a waste of your time. Like you said earlier, we're not babysitters. We're not moms. We're not here to change people. And like, sometimes it's okay to outgrow people. Sometimes people have their purpose and then their time's up and it's just time to go, but you have to accept that. And like, the more you keep somebody around who has already fulfilled their purpose, the more pain it's going to cause yourself, you know? And like, it's definitely harder when you're younger. Cause like in high school, I was so like lost in that. Cause I was like,
well, when you're young,
but I'm supposed to have a million friends and I'm supposed to have my boyfriend and they're never supposed to leave my side. No.
Yeah, I don't know. And I feel like I'm excited for this era in my life.
Yeah.
Because I'm like so weird though. I'm like, I'm getting old. Like I need a boyfriend. Like, no, I don't.
She does that all the time. I'm the opposite. I'm like, I just know that my soulmate, whatever you want to call it, is going to come when they're supposed to. And it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care if I'm 50. I don't care if I'm like, you know, like my grandma met the love of her life at 68. And like my mom is dating her boyfriend right now and they just met not that long ago. And like, I don't know. But then my brother has his high school sweetheart. So it like, I don't know. I kind of just look around me and I'm like, whenever it's supposed to come, it will come. And I'm going to try and be smart about it because I've watched so many people around me like have to go through so many people to finally learn what their worth is. I don't want to do that. Like I want to date somebody that I know for a fact, like loves me and I don't have to question that, you know?
And another point I wanted to bring up, we had a friend bring this up and it literally like, I was like, there is a difference between having chemistry with someone and being compatible with someone.
Yeah. And once he said that, I was like,
wow,
so
that is so true. Like, I've never heard someone put it like that.
Yeah.
Which, like, being compatible doesn't mean like, oh, you just think the same. Like, obviously, it still means you have chemistry. But, like, there's a difference between, like, you know, like being...
There's a difference, like being compatible means like, here are you on paper, like you guys would be great together. And like actually having chemistry with somebody is like feeling those sparks and like actually relating on each other's like personalities. Like
like your family's like low key match up and what you believe in matches up and what your values are match up. Like that is so important. Like if someone has way different goals and aspirations than you do, like that probably wouldn't work very well. No matter how much you find them attractive, no matter how much you like him, if like you want to live out of the country and he doesn't, like that's kind of a big problem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when, you know, this friend said that, I was like, wow, like that's
so true. Because I don't think you think about that when you're younger. And now that we're transitioning into like adulthood, we are realizing more and more that like, oh, I need people around me that are like going to be permanent. And like as adults, you need people who kind of relate to you. And like, I don't know, when you're younger, you're kind of just friends with whoever. And like, who cares if they have a different religion than you because you're 10 and like, it doesn't matter.
Like, it doesn't matter when you're younger. But now that I'm older, like one thing that is definitely like not going to work for me is if like they're not a believer. Like if they don't, if they're not Christian or if they don't believe in anything.
That's just,
like just personally for me, I'd be like, yeah, this probably won't work no matter how much I find you attractive, no matter how much we like vibe when we talk, that's just not going to work for me.
That goes back to trying to change somebody. Like that's you saying like, oh, well, maybe one day. And like,
maybe one day I can convince him.
Yeah.
No, that's not
I also like if you are, I don't want to take away somebody else's values and beliefs too. Like if you are so strong in your belief that you are sitting here saying you don't believe in God, then like
go find someone that supports
that. Go do that. But like you will never convince me to be there and I will never convince you to be here. So like there's really no point.
Exactly.
Like I really agree with that. But also like I've always said like I want to date somebody that I know would be a good father. Yeah. You know? Like that's so important to me.
I feel like Kelsey and I like we had really good stepdads and like, I just hope when I get married that I won't have to divorce and remarry because growing up with, you know, dads that weren't really there, it just is it like makes me scared to start a family because I want that. So like when I look for a partner or like when I look for, you know, somebody that I am compatible with, like there's definitely a certain red flags and green flags that I look for. Like green flags are just like, you know,
taking care of your family,
relationship with their mom and like loving their family.
That says a lot to me. That speaks, you know, volumes.
And like having a schedule and like, you know, having a plan for your life. Like that's so important compared to, I feel like a lot of guys our age, or at least, I mean, a lot of the guys we've met lately aren't like this, but like a lot of our ex-friends are very like, wake up at 1, don't really do anything,
drink
like live at home, drink all night. Like, that is probably not going to be a good father.
Not a good way to live, that's for sure. So, exactly, yeah. And again, you might change one day and you might be a completely different person, but I'm not going to be the person that's going to change you. No. So if that's what you're doing for now, find me when you've changed because that's not my fucking job.
I feel like once you try to change someone, that person will rely on you very heavily, which having that pressure on your shoulders of having this person need you and be there for you and make sure you're on the right track.
It's so exhausting.
Don't do that to yourself. No. Literally don't do that to yourself. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I also like, I don't know, I feel like my life growing up like molded and formed me into the person I am today. So like, not that I would ever want or try to get a divorce, but if it happened, like I'd be okay with it. I'd be like, you know, if that's what was supposed to happen, because I also don't want to be stuck in the mindset of like, I have to stay in this marriage to like make it work or like for my kids or for like whatever. Because I feel like that's what dooms a lot of like our parents, just not just us, but like everybody in our generation always talks about how their parents stick together to try and make it work. And it ends up making so much more stress. Like, like we said, some people are, you know, permanent, some people are not. And that's what's scary is like, how do you know when somebody's permanent, you know?
That's true. I feel like if you base a relationship on God, it's like a very strong.
That's so true.
Very, very strong like ground to stand on, you know?
And there's,
so that's one thing that doesn't make me scared is just as long as, you know, I have him as my backbone, as long as I have God as my backbone, like he's got me and my relationship will thrive, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
No, that makes sense.
But yeah, I think that we should get into our questions segment, don't you think?
Yeah, we should.
I love this segment. It's my favorite.
I know. I get so excited about our questions, especially this one.
I know. I'm scared.
I'm very scared. We'll see. All right. So our first question. This is from Alyssa from Phoenix, Arizona, fellow Arizonian. Girl. She is asking, my boyfriend blocked me and said he needed to be alone and focus on his future, but he keeps commenting on my friends' posts. What should I do? Love you guys and the pod, by the way.
Oh, girl. You know he's getting with your best friend. Come on.
I'm in shock.
You better drop him and never talk to your best friend or him ever again.
Okay. I need to know if your best friend is liking his comments. That's something I need to know. But also, if he needs to work on himself and focus on his future, that aspect is totally fine. The way he's going about it, not okay. He doesn't need to block you to do that. I'm sorry. Yeah. If you need to focus on you, then do that. But the fact that he is blocking you is showing that he can't restrain from you. Like, that's literally what that shows.
Well, that's sus.
That's so weird.
the whole future thing was an excuse.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
He's definitely like doing something behind your back with your best friend and doesn't want you to know and blocked you.
Yeah, no.
So that's
like we said earlier, like that is a red flag in itself. You should read that and run. Find somebody who like, no.
The best thing to do,
no.
Don't even like approach them or like whatever. Like literally just like block them. Never talk to them ever again.
The best revenge. My friend Addie has told me this since I was little. She says, this is her quote, "The hoes always come back." Okay. And I've never believed her, but the best revenge is literally doing nothing, never texting them, never doing anything, just leaving and living your best life, and they will come back and they will miss you. But if you text them nonstop, they won't. You know what I mean? Does that kind of make sense? Like,
no, it does. Literally don't acknowledge their presence.
Yeah.
They're obviously...
And suddenly they'll love you. It's the worst.
They're obviously insecure and have their own problems if they're doing that to
right?
you. So just don't give it attention.
And commenting on your friend's post. Like,
yeah,
your friend should be removing those comments or blocking him or...
Well, no, she's clearly in on it. The friend.
Well, he's commenting on her pictures.
So it's the friend. The friend's guilty too. 100%.
I don't know. I say that if he's commenting on her pictures as of right now, I feel like that would have nothing to do with her.
Are you kidding?
Like, there's so many guys that comment on my pictures that I like don't want commenting on my pictures. I'm not asking for it.
Okay, but like blocking, that's weird. The friend's in on it. That's my opinion. Do you want me to read the next one? Okay. Next question. Corey from Bowling Green, Ohio. Is OH Ohio?
Yes. What else would it be?
I don't know.
New York? OH?
Okay. Sorry, guys. This is stupid. How do you start going out with people again after being heartbroken? I got asked out recently, but I can't tell if I'm just not ready, if I'm just anxious, or if I'm just scared of men now. LOL. I totally agree with this.
Yeah, no, that makes... we can relate to that a lot.
So relate to this. Okay, so the first time you go out is the hardest.
Yes.
Like, you literally just have to, like, get yourself to do it, no matter how miserable you are. You just have to take the first little baby step. And then after you do it once, it gets so much better because once you go out, even though you're like, really don't want to, it like will mentally drain you. It will. Like, you'll come home and you'll be like, I never want to do that again. It will get easier. I know how hard it is. It's super hard. Like, I literally laid in my bed for a week straight and didn't eat because I was like so heartbroken when I got broken up with. But then you kind of start to see the green, like the brighter side, like what the situation, and there really is bright sides to it. And once you like start to get to know someone new and you like get that excitement of like learning like someone's favorite food and like, you know what I mean? Just little things like that, like getting to know a new people, like really like makes my serotonin levels like through the roof.
Yeah. So Brynn can relate to that. I cannot. Like nothing I hate more in this world than meeting new people. Like, it takes so long for people to like actually get to know me because I'm just like a robot for the first like few times I hang out with people until like I really trust them and then I kind of open up. But like I've always done that and it's so hard. That's why I don't like go on dates. I don't like when like I've had a couple guys ask me out and I don't go. Like I won't go ever unless like it's a double date or like a group thing. Like I'll go. But like individually, like I can't stand it. I literally can't stand it. It makes me so uncomfortable. I don't like talking about myself. I don't want to really know anything about you. I probably won't ever see you again. Like, I don't know. It's just so weird. Like I can't stand doing that. It drives me crazy. Unless like I really know somebody, like if I know them on a deeper level and then they want to take me out, like that sounds great. And I've done that. But just like having no idea who you are as a person, then going hang out with you by myself. What if you murder me? Like, I don't know. I don't trust you. I don't know you.
I think it's fun. But Corey, if you already know this guy, just do it. Yeah. Get yourself to do it. I promise you'll be so proud of yourself if you do it.
That's what Brynn always tells me and it works. So Jenna from Lincoln.
Oh, yeah.
N.E.
Nebraska.
Jenna from Lincoln, Nebraska asks, my boyfriend cheated on me and I want to No. And I want to forgive him, but I'm having trouble getting over it and moving past it. What should I do? Here's the thing. I understand like you wanting to forgive him and wanting to move past it, but my personal advice would be he would need to prove it first. Like I think that it would be best to get space from the relationship and really see if that's something he wants or if he's just like trying to win you back because he feels guilty. You know what I mean? Personally, I think once a cheater, always a cheater. I've tried forgiving and it doesn't work. So my best advice would be just take some space and see if that's something you really want, because it's not worth having him do it again. Like, that sucks. The second time sucks.
Yeah.
When they do it again, you're like...
I feel like the best way to go about it is the no contact method. Like, drop him. Don't talk to him. Clearly, he's not good for you. Clearly, you're way better than he is.
Clearly, he's not prioritizing you at all.
And, like, you don't deserve that. Like, any man who cheats on you, like, is dirt on the bottom of your shoe.
Absolutely. I don't think there's any excuse as to you were drunk, you were what. There's no excuse, personally. If you love me enough, you wouldn't even look in another direction.
Yeah.
That's like the kind of love I want.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Like, I've heard of like stories about relationships where it's like just cheating is just like so like low. Like, if you really are that unhappy, just break up.
That's the thing, is if
do
it's
what you want,
if you're
like,
missing something,
why.
like just communicate that. Like,
Yeah.
I get there's like a few reasons why it maybe would be justified, but I feel like it just pick up the phone. Hey, I'm really horny and I don't love you anymore. Then go fuck her. I'd prefer that than finding out that you did that to me. Like, that's so fucked up.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Just my opinion. So I'm sorry. That's probably not the advice you wanted, but that's my suggestion.
I vote drop him. Don't talk to him ever again.
I vote drop his ass. Bye.
So 2 votes, drop his ass.
And send us his username so we can shit on him.
No, don't do that.
Just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Okay, let me see. Kelsey. Ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for in a partner now? We kind of touched on this, but like you can elaborate.
I feel like the most important thing for me, besides them not being a Gemini, because I will never date a Gemini, I just want somebody that prioritizes me as much as I do them. Like, I really just want a 50-50 relationship where we're both giving the same, we're both getting the same. Like, naturally problems occur. And I just, what's so important to me is like healthy communication, because I feel like I've worked so much on like being a healthy communicator. Like, having somebody who like doesn't reciprocate that is like really frustrating. And like, if you're looking at a long-term thing, if you can't communicate, what's the point? Like,
communication's a huge thing.
So I guess just somebody that kind of prioritizes their mental health and like their relationship and their life, and a good father. That's such a need. Like, you have to really care about your kids. Like, put them before me, honestly. That's how much you need to love your kids.
Our last question. Okay. It says, hi, Brynn and Kelsey. I just started seeing this guy that I really like, but I just got into a study abroad program this summer. Should I keep dating him? I don't know what I should do. Should I break up with him, or what to do? That
one's hard because we haven't personally experienced that, but
I think
you know who has?
We should call Komal.
We should call Komal. Komal, our friend Komal, if you have been keeping up, she has that exact same experience.
Our best friend, Pierce Girly. We're gonna call her.
Pierce Girly.
3, 2, 1.
Hey! I missed you. Hello.
I miss you. Hi. What's up?
You look so cute.
Oh my God, stop. You look so cute.
You do. How's London?
I'm loving London. What about you guys? What are you doing?
Literally nothing. We're filming a pod right now, and we need help.
We have a question for you.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, so it says, I just started seeing this guy that I really like, but I just got into a study abroad program this summer. What should I do? Should I keep dating him? I don't know if I should break up with him.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you have really good advice.
You and Max are going through this exact same thing. So like, what is that experience like, you know?
No, I 100% understand this question. And I've actually talked about this on my podcast too. That's also on the Pierce Network. But basically, when I got into my study abroad program and I now live in London, I was so worried. I was like, I love my boyfriend, but what do I do? Right? Like, I don't want to cross the world from him. But also, the opportunity of studying abroad is so rare and it's so fun.
Right.
So what do I do? And I think the best thing when you're making this decision is to be rational about it. Is this man that you like, is he willing to put in a lot of hard work into communicating? And
absolutely.
And even if right now it's hard to answer that question because you guys probably live near each other, you're in person, whatever, you have to kind of look at your relationship's past issues and said, okay, when he makes a mistake in the past, has he worked on fixing it? Or is he the type that makes the same mistake over and over? Because long distance, communication is so difficult. And if he's not willing to work really hard and change his communication mistakes and maybe even change the way you guys go about things in your relationship, then I don't think he's right. But if he is, and if you really love him, I fully think you should go for it. Like, be crazy, but I genuinely think that long distance relationships can be healthy and worth it.
No, I agree.
That's so true. And didn't Max just come visit you too? Like not that long ago?
Yeah. So my boyfriend from America just visited me in London. And when I say, you guys, it just reminded me how worth it doing long distance is.
Aww.
Like, it was so fun just him being here, seeing a completely new life. And yeah, like I genuinely believe if the relationship is worth fighting for, long distance is 1,000,000% worth it. And yeah, as I said, I talk about this on my podcast with the Pierce Network too. So you can check that out.
Yay.
Yeah, you guys need to watch Komal's podcast. Like when we first met Komal, we clicked so like instantly. Like she's just so entertaining. You have to watch her.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch. Wait, what's it called again?
It's called Before You Call Me Crazy. And the before is a B and a 4.
Love.
Thank you.
Well, we miss you so much, and we definitely need to come visit you. I think I want to go to London so bad.
Oh, that'd be the dream. We're coming to London and we're gonna see you.
You definitely have to visit. And thank you so much for calling me for your podcast. I love your podcast.
Of course.
Thanks.
I can't wait to watch yours.
I know. I'm really excited to see yours. It should be really good.
So before you go, tell us your podcast name one more time.
It's called Before You Call Me Crazy, and you will find it on the Pierce Network.
Yay! I can't wait to watch it.
4.
I love you so much.
I love you, Komal. I miss you.
I love you so much, and I miss you so much. Bye.
I miss you.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Okay, you guys. So we've already come to the end of this episode.
I know. This one went by really fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy to talk about. But thank you guys so much for watching. And please make sure you subscribe so you can be the first one to watch. And
if you would like to text us.
This is important. Save this.
Jot this down. Write it down. Because we love answering your guys' stories and questions. You can text us at 310-742-0083. One day I'll memorize it. I still have to read it.
Yeah, one day we'll memorize it.
I really can't. Like, truly can't.
But actually text us, please. And comment on this video. Let us know what you thought. Let us know what you want to hear about.
They should comment something funny.
Oh, yeah. If you made it to this section of the video, you should comment the lips emoji.
Okay. I was going to say something like funny.
Like?
You should comment like the name of like your favorite ex. And it's just going to be names of like all these boys in the comments.
I mean, yeah, do it. There's no way your exes are watching our videos.
No chance. Unless. But anyways, we love you guys so much.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
XOXO. Bye.